You can visit our website for the commands in the videos. If you want to purchase other study materials like packet tracer files and other course guidelines, then you can email to us. Follow us on Facebook for further updates. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe so I can quickly deliver more videos on various topics. So I will show how we can implement it in a packet tracer from A to Z by adding routers, switches, PCs and connecting devices and assigning IP addresses and then configuring all the commands. Okay. So I will show you how from blank workspace how to build it. Okay. So you don't need to bother about it. I'm just displaying this now. So this is our packet tracer lab for static routing. I have already built it. So from PC 1 to PC 4, which means the PC in the fourth router should be pinged. Okay. After configuring all the static routing configurations. Okay. So all the commands are shown. So you can enter the PCA. You can see the IP addresses are assigned. From PCA to PC4 or PCD, you need to ping. You can see all the configurations are done. So we are pinging 192.168.40.15. For the first time when you try to ping, due to the address resolution protocol ARP, the ping will not work. You will get the request timeout message. Okay. For the very first time. So in this time only, the router is exchanging packets and reading the IP address and MAC address. Okay. So once after this, when you try to ping the same IP address next time, it will work fine. Okay. So now again when I try to ping, you can see the reply. Okay. So this is how it works. You can see initially it's showing request timeout. Then it's getting the reply from the exact IP. Again if I ping, it will work fine. Okay. For the first time only you will get that request timeout message. So this is the way how you can test your configuration after completing. Okay. So now let's build the lab in the packet tracer environment. You can see I have already built. Now I am going to build it from scratch. So let me take the router first. 2621XM router I am going to use. Okay. I have explained already. I am going to use this one in my previous lectures. You can use anything as you wish. Okay. So this way I am used to it. So I am using this one. So I am taking 4 routers, 2621XM, and I am going to take the switch 2960. Okay, you can see that. And then let me take few PCs, end devices, laptops, servers, even printers. So if you enter inside the router, you can see by default routers are turned on, right? You can see the green icon. There will be very few interfaces available in your config. If you see that, you can see there aren't any modules added. Okay, modules are in the left pane. If you want, you can add it. Okay, I just revised these things which we did in the basic section, so you can easily catch up and recall it again. Okay. So when you need some modules or interfaces, you can add the module so that you will get the features. Okay. Before you add module, you need to turn off the router. Now let's see. In the config, there are only 2 fast Ethernet interfaces. There aren't any other interfaces available right now. Okay. So if I need serial interfaces or more fast Ethernet interfaces, I can add some modules. So I will go to the physical and turn off the router, and I can select modules as per my wish. For example, WIC2T module will have serial interfaces. You can read the description and find out. NM1FE2W will have fast Ethernet interfaces. Okay, you can read it. NM2FE2W, you can see there are two fast Ethernet. 1FE, there will be only one fast Ethernet. Okay, you can see the description and figure it out. So I am dragging it and dropping it. So if I don't need that, I can again drop it back. So WIC2T also I am dragging. I drag and drop WIC2T. Another one also I am going to drag and drop. So if I don't need that module, I can remove it by again dropping it back. And now I am going to turn on my router again. Okay. So you can see the green icon. So now let's go to config. You can see router is booting up. Okay. So it requests you to wait until the boot complete. Okay. You can see the message. So you need to press OK once after you see the yes or no message, which means configuration dialog. Okay. You can press OK. If you get the config dialog, which means your router has been booted. Okay. If you see the hash sign, which means router is booting up on process. Now you can see the new modules. We have several, right? Fast Ethernet and serial interfaces and again some other fast Ethernet. So if I go inside, I can click on the on button and also I can assign IP addresses. For serial also I can do that. This is what called Graphical User Interface, GUI version. Okay. Also, if I need to use the CLI, command line interface, still I can assign IP addresses and turn on interfaces by using commands. Okay. During my practicals, I will show you in both ways. Okay. By GUI and also command line interface. Okay. So that you can revise and recall it. So let's close this one. Next, I'm going inside another router, or else I can take a copy of the previous one. Okay. So in this router, I'm adding the modules and turning on the router again. Again, I need to wait. Okay. For the next router also, I'm turning off the router and adding modules. Again, turn on the router. Since the router needs the time for booting up, I just add modules on other routers. Okay. So that I can save the time. So now let's move on for the second router and see it's already booted up. And check all other routers as well. Now let's connect the cables to the devices. Okay. So I can go for the automatic cable, or else we need to select the straight through or crossover. Like that, specific cable must be selected. Since you all are beginners, you can try the specific cables now. Okay. Later you can move on with the automatic one. Okay. So router to router, you need to select the crossover cable. Router to switch, you can go for the straight through cable. Okay. For the explanations, you can view our other tutorials. Previously, we have explained each and everything. What are MAC addresses, MAC devices, non-MAC devices, everything have been explained. Same type of devices connected via the crossover cable. Different devices connected via straight through cable. Routers, switches, PCs, end devices are there. So, routers and PCs and all end devices are having the MAC address. So when you connect a router with another router or else a router with a PC, then you will use the crossover cable. Since they both have MAC addresses, you need to use the crossover cable. If you are connecting a PC or end device with a switch, you need to use the straight through cable. So let's select the crossover cable and connect the router. Select fast Ethernet ports. Don't go for the auxiliary or console. Select fast Ethernet. You can't use the serial interface by now because I selected the crossover cable. If you need to use serial, you can select the red color cable, okay, which is serial. So crossover, select fast Ethernet 0/1 and second router, select fast Ethernet 0/0. Anything as you wish, okay. You can see it's indicating in red color, which means the interfaces are not yet turned on, okay. So I'm again attaching fast Ethernet on router 2 and router 3. Next, again. So here you can see again and again I am returning to the cables and selecting. There's another way, as I explained earlier, you can hold the control and select cable. Then it will be selected, okay, permanently. Until you deselect it, it will be selected, okay. So now go to switch. Straight through cable you are attaching in between router to switch, okay. When you connect router with switch or something, then go for the fast Ethernet 0/24, 23, 22 like that. And if you are attaching end devices like PCs and all to switches, then go from top fast Ethernet 0/1, 2, 3 like that. It is not a must, just we can make use of it. That way we can easily understand where the cables are connected. So now for the second router to the switch. Again straight through router 3 fast Ethernet to switch fast Ethernet. So now the cable is remaining in selected mode, okay. So PC fast Ethernet and switch. Now I can go for the fast Ethernet 1, 2, 3 like that, okay. This way I can easily understand how I am connecting the cables. You can select anything from fast Ethernet. 1 to 24 are there. So you can select anything 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. You can select. Okay. Here let me select the fast Ethernet 5, 6 or something. Since in this switch we didn't create any VLANs, all are in same VLAN, okay. So now you can see I'll organize the diagram. This way the network is clear now, right? So if I wanted to add some nodes, I can go to the nodes and I'll label the networks, okay. So in between these first two routers, 195.100.0/30, okay. Copy it. Next 196.100.0. Next 197. Okay. Simply you can Control C and Control V, copy paste, okay. Since the nodes icon is selected, you can write many nodes as you wish. 192.168.10.0/24. This is going to be the LAN for router 1. Router 2, 192.168.20.0. Router 3, 30.0. Router 4, 192.168.40.0. So the router's interface, fast Ethernet 00 interface, which is connecting the switch, that particular interface IP address is going to be the default gateway for the PCs in that particular network. Okay. So the immediate router's interface is the gateway. So enter inside the router, fast Ethernet 00 interface. Okay. Turn on the interface by GUI, graphical user interface. Click on the on icon. Check the box. And you can assign IP address by graphically here via the GUI. Okay. I will show you how to assign IP address via command as well. For now, for the fast Ethernet 00 interface, we'll assign via GUI first. Okay. So I click on the on checkbox and now I am assigning IP 192.168.10.1. Okay. /24 means subnet mask. You can click on the subnet mask, it will automatically fill. If you need to edit it, you can change. Okay. Since it's by default fixed, I don't need to change. If you want, you can edit later. Okay. So I'm leaving it by default 255.255.255.0. Okay. Next, go inside the PC, desktop, and statically you can assign IP address. Okay. For the PC 192.168.10.5. Okay. 10.network and subnet mask, and default gateway is the router's interface IP address 192.168.10.1. Okay. So don't confuse with this one. For any end devices, the immediate router's interface is going to be the default gateway. By passing that interface only, it can reach other networks. Okay. So let's ping that default gateway now. Go inside the PC, command prompt, ping 192.168.10.1. You can see the reply, right? So close it. Go inside the router. For the other interface, we'll assign IP via command line interface. Okay. Go to CLI. So now we are in the interface mode. Let me show you from beginning. Okay. So I'll just exit and enter from the beginning. So type exit and reach the privilege mode, and again we are in the user mode now by exiting. Now type enable or en and go to privilege. From there config T, configure terminal. So now we are in the config mode. Here I can assign IP address to the interface FA0/1. Okay, interface FA0/1, IP ADDR 195.100.100.1. Okay. 255.255.255.252 since it's /30. Okay. So, and no shutdown command. Here I am avoiding the description command. Okay. I just skip it. If you need, you can use it. Okay. So let's check the IP address by show IP interface brief in the privilege mode. Okay. So exit and type show IP interface brief, or else you can use control insert as well. Show IP interface brief. Okay, you can see for fast Ethernet 00, status and protocol both are up. Okay, for the fast Ethernet 0/1, status is up but protocol is down, because in the other side of the link on router 2, I haven't assigned any IP address yet, right? So I need to assign IP address for that interface as well. Then only the link will turn up. Okay. So enter the config mode of second router, interface FA0/0, and assign IP address 195.100.100.2 space 255.255.255.252 and no shutdown command. Okay. Then again show IP interface brief in the privilege mode. Now you can see the link is up. It turns into green, right? If it delays, you can fast forward it. Okay. You know the basics, right? If you have any doubts, you can refer the basics video. Okay. So for the other interfaces, you can see administratively down means what? I have already told, right? Its physical interface is down means it's going to show down. Administratively down means the link is. Now let's assign IP address for the other interfaces of router. For router 2, to save time, I'll just assign via GUI. Okay. Fast Ethernet 01, I am assigning 196.100.1 255.255.255.252. Okay. And for other interface, it is the LAN fast Ethernet 0/0. So 192.168.20.1 default subnet mask 255.255.255.0. 192.168.20.1 255.255.255.0. Okay, you can see. Likewise, we need to assign IP addresses for other router interfaces as well. Next, in the third router, we'll assign IP addresses via GUI. Go for the fast Ethernet 00, turn on, and 196.100.100.2. Okay, 255.255.255.252 is going to be the subnet mask /30, right? Next, go for interface fast Ethernet 0/1. Turn on and 197.100.100.1. Okay, 255.255.255.252. Okay, then interface fast Ethernet 0/0. Turn on the interface 192.168.30.1. Okay, which is going to be the default gateway for below LAN end devices. Okay, 255.255.255.0 here. Okay, /24. That's right. Close it. Go for the fourth router. Config. Interface fast Ethernet 0/0. Turn on 197.100.100.2 and subnet mask you already knew. It should end with 252. Okay. Then interface fast Ethernet 0/0. Turn on and 192.168.40.1. Okay, which is going to be the default gateway for the below printer. Now we have assigned IP addresses for routers interfaces. Okay. Next, we'll assign IPs and default gateway for PCs. Next, let's assign IP addresses for the end devices. Click on the end device, desktop and IP config. Okay. Statically, we are assigning IP address 192.168.20.5 for the second router's LAN network. Okay. Subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Okay. Also, I can give from 20.2 to 20.254. I can assign any IP addresses, right? Because 20.1 is the default gateway and 20.255 is going to be the broadcast. So up to 254 I can assign. And default gateway 192.168.20.1. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can refer the IP subnetting tutorials. Third PC, assign IP 192.168.30.5. Subnet mask /24. So default subnet mask and default gateway is going to be 192.168.30.1. For the printer, you need to go for the config mod and fast Ethernet 00 and IPv4 address 192.168.40.5. Okay, 255.255.255.0 subnet mask. Go to settings and here you can find the default gateway for IPv4. Okay, on top. There you can type the default gateway 192.168.40.1. Okay. You can visit our website for the commands in the videos. If you want to purchase other study materials like packet tracer files and other course guidelines, then you can email to us.